It's 360 Sports on Trust TV. I am Emmanuel Fashimi. We've got a whole lot to talk about this morning on the show. The Paris 2024 Olympic Games came to a close yesterday on 11th of August, yesterday, Sunday. And it is what it is. No medal for Team Nigeria. If a refugee team at the Paris Olympic Games can get one medal, 88 athletes, 12 sports, 12 billion naira spent, no medal to show for all of this. And the team is due to be back in the country. They will be coming in batches. But where did we get it wrong? Where did we get it right? It's not that we got to the finals, but at the end of the day, we're not able to get any medal. We'll be looking at this, looking at the whole Paris Olympic Games on the show and other story this morning on 360 Sports. Like I'm Emmanuel Fashimi. Let's begin with the good news. Yes, we are going to start with the good news. Despite we did not come back with any medal, but we have something to cheer about. It is victory for Nigeria and also a victory for Africa. That's to tell you that yes, our sports is gradually getting to that enviable height, not just in football alone, in other sports, we are getting there. We saw what Morocco did in the men's football third place game against also a North African team, Egypt, 6-0 it ended. And also we are looking at when Nigeria also did so well in the Paris Olympic Games in basketball event for the women. We did so well, the D Tigers did well, they got to the quarterfinal, becoming the first team, male or female, to get to the quarterfinals of basketball in Olympics, and also becoming the first team to win 2 games in the group stages. Wow, massive one for the D Tigers of Nigeria. That is why I said we are going to begin on a good news from Paris Olympic Games, where coach Rena Wakama, the D Tigers coach, has been named the best coach in women's basketball tournament of the Paris 2024 Olympic Games. She's just 32 years of age, scooping the award, definitely a well-deserved one. And we've seen what she has been able to do with the girls in space of 1 year. Nigeria has won the Afro-Basket title, the women's Afro-Basket title, without losing a game. And also, within the space of 1 year, she has taken this team to the quarterfinals of an Olympic event. What else again? Qualifying for the Olympics in the first place. When she came on board, a lot of criticism for her being a female coach, and now she has proved every critic wrong. See where it has landed and see what she has done so far with the girls, winning the best coach of the tournament. And I think it's a well-deserved award for coach Rena Wakama of the D Tigers of Nigeria, winning the best coach of the women's basketball tournament at the Paris 2024 Olympic Games. Despite we lost to the United States of America, the #1 team when it comes to basketball in the world, both male and female. We lost to them, but the margin was not a wide one. It was not a whitewash. For us, the United States women's team actually sweat for that victory. And yes, after that game, they confessed. The coach of the United States women's team said a lot of good things about the D Tigers and also the coach herself. So no, it's not surprising that coach Rena Wakama of the D Tigers of Nigeria scooped the award of the best coach of the tournament, that's in basketball tournament. And congratulations to her, congratulations to the D Tigers of Nigeria. And somehow, congratulations to the Nigeria Basketball Federation, NBBF, because these girls were not even given any chance at all to qualify from the group that has Canada, Australia, France, top teams when it comes to basketball in the world. Australia is ranked number 3, Nigeria is ranked number 12. We started with them, we defeated them, and then we got to France, we lost to France, and then getting to Canada, number 3 team in the world, the 5th best team, I beg your pardon, in the world, were able to get 79-70. That game ended in favor of the D Tigers of Nigeria, and we qualified for the quarterfinals, playing the almighty US. It was not a stroll in the park for the United States of America. But the Tigers did so well, getting to the quarterfinals and holding their own against the United States of America. But right now, with all of this victory and all of this, their play, their prowess at the Paris 2024 Olympic Games, Coach Rena Wakama has been named the best coach of the women's basketball event at that tournament in Paris 2024 Olympic Games. I don't know if Abba Michael is ready to join up on the show, so that we'll look at this. Okay, we'll be looking at this when he's ready to join up on the show, and we'll be looking at the Tigers. Coach Rena Wakama winning the best coach of the tournament. Nigeria started attending the Paris 2024 Olympic Games in 1952, and Helsinki precisely 1952, and up to now, at least we've been attending the Olympic Games, but this particular one, this 2024, the 33rd Olympic Games in Paris, France, well, is one of the worst outings among for the quite number of times we have attended the Paris Olympic Games. The Paris 2024 Olympic Games is one of the worst that Team Nigeria has ever attended. It at least 12 sports with no medals to show for that at all. But we can also look at the positive side of this. Coach Rena Wakama winning the best coach. We also have 3 Nigerian qualifying for the long jump event. Ruth Usoro, Prestina Ochunogo, and Ese Brume, but didn't get any medal at all. Brume finished 5th in that particular event. And then we have Chukwuebuka Enekwechi also getting to the shot put final without winning the medal. We have our own Favor Philly in the 200 meters final. She finished 6th. Toby Amuson losing out from the semi-final despite finishing 3rd in that race, 100 meters hurdles race. We have Esther Kolawole, Adekuroye. We have Blessing Oburududu. Blessing Oburududu lost her fight in the bronze medal match. That is in wrestling. We have Adekuroye, same thing, Esther Kolawole, and also Joy Eze, our last hope of getting a medal in the weightlifting. She was not able to make it also. So a whole lot, but we can actually look at some of the positives from the games, and then we take it up from there. Los Angeles is the next point of call for the next Olympic Games in 2028. What do we do? Preparation starts now. Those you see them winning medals at the Paris Games, they didn't just start preparing 1 month to these games. They didn't start preparing 2 weeks to this game. They didn't start preparing 1 year to this game. Immediately after Tokyo 2020, these countries like USA, Australia, China, Japan, France that hosted this one, hosted the 2024 edition, the 33rd edition, all of them went into camping, went into preparation, at least taking care of their athletes, making sure that they get the best of training, good attention, the best of coaches, and what have you. And that is why you see them winning medals at the just completed Paris Games. We just had 1 month of preparation to this game, and you expect a miracle? No, we can't get that miracle. We are only just banking on luck to shine upon us. And at this time around, luck actually traveled away from Nigerian's camp, from Team Nigeria, and we wish that luck will come back and stay with us. But for the luck to come back, we have to put in work. We have to prepare. We have to put our house in order for the luck to come back. They said a charity begins at home, but somehow luck was not on our side this time around. The luck itself was angry with Team Nigeria that yes, you did not prepare and you can't have me. They actually went to places that prepared and said, yes, we are giving ourselves to these countries, some of the countries I mentioned. That is why you see them turning out medals upon medals at the Paris Games. Congratulations to Coach Rena Wakama for winning the Best Coach Award. We love you. Nigerian love you. We love what you're doing with the girls. Yes, at some point after the games, after that exit from the Paris game, she actually granted an interview that yes, she's calling on the federal government to invest in sports, invest in basketball, invest in the Tigers. Yes, if they can actually keep this particular group together and allow Coach Rena Wakama also bring in some players to join this present one, the aging ones should give way for the young ones. I tell you, at Los Angeles 2028, the next Olympic Games, Nigeria will be winning medal in basketball, and other sports will also follow. But we just have to get it right now. Preparation for Los Angeles, the next Olympics, starts now. Go back to the drawing board. Some persons say the drawing board is full. Whatever board that is available, just go back to it. Look at what it is. Look at the positive. We cannot just say we lost that completely. Yes, there are still some positives to get from the Paris Olympic Games. We look at where we got it wrong, also look at where we got it right, and then weigh our options and start preparing for the next Olympic Games. Stay talking Olympics this morning. Let's look at this particular one. Stay talking D Tigress. It's also a good news for the D Tigress. Yes, whatever commendation, whatever award this team is getting, these players are getting, they actually deserve it because they show resilience, they show determination, they show focus, they show that courage, they show that attitude of never say never, that Nigerian attitude. We are in there, we want to get it right. They actually showed it. That's why we're looking at the next story also coming in from the D Tigress, where Nigerian power forward Ezina Kalu was also named in the second best All-Stars team of the Paris 2024 Olympic Games. During the games, her average point was 18.5 points for her, and also she got 3.0 rebounds in this particular competition, 4.0 assists and 2.5 steals per game for Ezina Kalu. We also had other players that was named in the second All-Star team of the women's basketball at the Paris Olympic Games. We have the likes of Julie Vanolo, we have Satu Sabili, we have Valerine Ajayi, that's a Nigerian, and then we have Eze Magbegbo of Australia. So these are some of the players that were also named in the All-Star team for the women's basketball tournament at the Paris, just concluded Paris Olympic Games. Good one that D Tigress are getting this commendation. The player is also getting this commendation. As you can see on the screen, you have Julie Vaniolo of Germany, you have Satu of France, we have Valerine Ajayi, you can see, of Australia. So we have Nigerians everywhere. So Valerine Ajayi is of France, I beg your pardon. She actually played against Nigeria in that particular competition. She played from the French women's basketball team, and we've seen Nigerian winning medals. We have a Nigerian that won gold for Germany in shot put, in Nigerian, Yoruba by name Ajayi also is her name. So we saw the rejected stone, according to somebody said rejected stone, winning a silver medal in hammer event. She became the first athlete to win a medal in hammer event for America. That is Anit Echunwoku by name, who won a silver medal in the hammer throw for United States of America. She was here in Nigeria for Tokyo 2020, but you know, all of these whole administrators, the way they handle this issue here, AFN then actually didn't handle her issues just because of negligence. They allow her to leave. She was here in the country during the Tokyo 2020, and she left for the United States of America. She represented that country 4 years after winning a silver medal in hammer throw for America. Who lost? Nigeria actually lost, and we lost to our own detriment. Look at what is happening. We saw in Nigeria running for Bahrain in the 400 meters hurdle. She is from Anambra State. She changed her name. So all of these are what, if you put all of this together, Nigeria has the talent, we have the human resources, we have everything. It's just a painful one that we went to Paris Olympic Games coming back without a medal. It's so painful, seriously, and it is what it is for Nigeria. And we can say congratulations to Coach Rena Wakama and congratulations to Ezina Kalu for actually getting this recognition, getting this award in the women's basketball event. But let's quickly bring you the African medal table at the Paris Olympic Games before we look at the general medal table. Let's just bring up the African medal table and see the African countries that went to Paris Games, the medals they won. As you can see on the screen, Kenya is topping with 4 gold medals, 2 silver and 5 bronze. In total, they have 11. We have Algeria with 2 gold, 1 bronze. We have South Africa with 1 gold, 3 silver without a bronze. We have Egypt getting 1 gold, 1 silver, and 1 bronze. We have Tunisia also getting 1 gold, 1 silver, 1 bronze. We have Botswana, 1 gold, with no Leslie Tobogo for that, winning that gold medal in the 200 meters men's race, 1 gold, 1 silver. Without a bronze, we have Uganda with 1 gold, 1 silver. We have Morocco with 1 gold and 1 bronze. We have Cape Verde with 1 bronze medal. Zambia with 1 bronze medal. Cote d'Ivoire also got a bronze medal. Nigeria has none at all, which is actually a very painful one, and it's not just what it is. And we are hoping that, yes, some days we will get it right. But let's quickly look at the general medal table, and we will come back to talk more on the Paris Olympic Games. Where did we get it wrong? Where did we get it right? Yes, we welcome back. We've seen the medal table, and we've seen United States after that victory from their women's basketball team against the host country, gave them another gold medal. They had to finish the competition, the Paris Olympic Games, with 40 gold medals, 126 in total, topping the medal table, with China following on the second position, and we saw France, the host country, at the fifth position on the medal table. So for United States of America, from day one, they actually prepared for these games, and that is why they won. They won the Paris 2024 Olympic Games, the 33rd Olympics competition, winning it in an emphatic and fashionable manner, ending with 126 medals in total. So good one. Congratulations to United States of America for emerging the overall champions on the medal table for Paris 2024 Olympic Games. We will still be looking at that, but our own consign is Team Nigeria. Our focus is on Team Nigeria, and Abba Michael will be joining on the show. We'll look at this and look at other story. We, like I said from the onset, there are still some positives to take from the Paris Olympic Games. But first thing first, we have to look at where we got it wrong and where we got it right. For Team Nigeria, you saw on the medal table, we'll bring back that medal table. The last part of that medal table, we'll bring it back to see where Team Nigeria actually finished on the medal table, and we'll look at some countries that are ahead of Nigeria on the medal table. We showed you the African medal table, the African countries. Kenya is topping, where they won 4 gold medals. Kenya finished the tournament with 4 gold medals. We saw the African medal table and the general medal table right now. We can see United States of America, like I said, 40 gold medals, 44 silver, 42 bronze, 126 in total. They have the same number of gold with China, 40 golds with China. China had 27 silver, 24 bronze medal, 91 in total. But if you look at the difference, 44 silver, 27 silver for China, 24 bronze for China, and compared to 42 bronze for United States of America, that's to show you that yes, US means business. They know what sports is all about. With someone they hosted the Atlanta 96, which was the best outing for Nigeria. When you talk about the Olympic Games, the Atlanta 96 still remain one of the best for Team Nigeria in all of the Olympics that we've attended. We started attending the Olympics in 1952 in Helsinki. That was the first Olympics we actually attended, and now the 2024 Paris Olympic Games is one of our worst outing when it comes to Olympic. The same thing we saw at Rio 2016, we got a bronze, but at Tokyo 2020, we were able to get a silver and a bronze medal at Tokyo 2020. But this one, wow, the 8th time Nigeria will not get a medal in attending Olympic Games. So it is a shameful one. If we want to actually look at where we are, Atlanta 96, like I said, we got a silver, 2 gold medals in Atlanta 96, 1 silver, 3 bronze. At the Sydney Olympics, we got a gold and 2 silver. At Athens 2004, we got a bronze. We got 2 bronze. At Beijing Olympics 2008, we're able to get 2 bronze. We remember Samson Siasia getting a bronze in the football event where we actually played the bronze medal match under coach Samson Siasia. That was our dream team 5. So if you look at ever since we'll be attending the Olympic Games, the Tokyo 2020 Olympics Tokyo 2020 was a little bit better, but for 2024, we don't really know what went wrong with Team Nigeria. 12 billion naira was spent, and at the end of the day, look at what we have to show for it. So we are focusing on Team Nigerian's performance at the Paris 2024 Olympic Games. I don't know if Abba Michael is ready to join up. Let's look at this, and Okay, we'll be looking at the team Nigeria. Like I said, I was just let's have the African medals table back on the screen. Let's have the African medals table back on the screen. You see Kenya topping that table with 4 gold medals. What happened to Nigeria? We'll leave that on the screen. If we look at London 2012, that was London 2012. Also, we came back home with no medals at all in London 2012. At Rio 2016, we got a bronze medal. At Tokyo 2020, 1 silver, 1 bronze. And the Paris Olympic Games is nothing to actually write home about. We started attending the Olympic Games in 1952. We have gotten 27 medals in total since we started attending the Olympic Games. So where did we get it wrong? A lot of persons says the team didn't really prepare. We had just had 1 month of training in Germany for a game that some other countries started preparing 4 years ago. Some countries left it late, and the late we are talking about, some countries started preparing 2 years to this game. Some of the countries say, okay, they want to do a fire brigade approach just like Nigeria. They started preparing 1 year to this game, putting their house in order. But we started with the fire brigade approach just 1 month. Just 1 month. Some of the federations, their calendar, they didn't even have a calendar that could help these athletes attend competitions. Paucity of funds. If it's not paucity of funds, the athletes are not there. A whole lot of stories coming in, and look at where our stories and lack of adequate preparation has gotten us where it has placed us for the Paris Olympic Games. It's just a pathetic one that we cannot really look inward and say, okay, sports is business. Until we start looking at sports that is business, is not a compensation sector for some persons, because we know how, if we take politics out of sports, definitely we are going to be getting it. Politics with sports cannot go together. One has to give way, and politics has to give way for sports to thrive. We just need to get experts, actors, those who have been there before, those who know what sports is all about, those who know sports science, those who have sports knowledge, those who have been in there, who are actors and actresses, who are principal actors and principal actresses, who have gone to the latter stage, the higher stage of a particular sport or what have you. Let them handle all these our federations. Let them be at the helm of affairs, and then yes, we can also get it right. And also, we are calling on government to invest. Let private individual. We can do. On the flip side of it, we can't leave the investment for government alone. We still have to bring in private investors. All right, we have Michael joining us. Michael joining us on the show this morning to look at Team Nigerian's performance at the Paris Olympic Games. Michael, welcome to 360 Sports on Trust TV. Okay, hello? Michael, welcome to 360 Sports on Trust TV.
Oh, yes. Thank you very much. Finally, the internet has been
Okay, we are looking at Team Nigerian's performance at the Paris Olympic Games. We've seen Coach Rena Wakama winning the best coach for the basketball women. And okay, Eze Kalu also winning, listed among the All-Star team, the second All-Star team at the Paris Games. A whole lot going on for us at the Paris game. Okay, we have to just look at this and everything. We just have to look at this, and it's been a wonderful one. It's been a wonderful one for us at the Paris Olympic Games, because it is not what we actually envisage for the Paris Games. We actually wanted more. We actually wanted better. We actually wanted to see that we got it right. But at the end of the day, we came back with 0 medals from the Paris game. But like I said, the positive side of this is Coach Rena Wakama that you are seeing on your screen winning the best coach Ezina Kalu also being named among the All-Star team, the second All-Star team of the basketball tournament, which is a good one. Then we look at Ese Brume, Prestina Ochunogo, and Ruth Usoro getting to the long jump final. Chukwebuka Enekwechi getting to the shot put final. We have Favor Philly getting to the 200 meters final. Though in the 100 meters, where we thought she would be able to get us a medal, she was not registered for that. That's another incident that actually hampered our performance in athletics. So if we look at this, it is not just a total, let me say, it's not just a total shambolic performance for Team Nigeria and the Paris Games. We still have the positives. But if you look at not getting a medal at all, it actually overshadowed, cover up all the positive sides of it. But we will not say because of that, we will also look at the positives. The medals table, not getting the medals, but what of our performance? Has our performance been bad? Has our performance been good? What are the positives? Did this team, did these athletes put in their best? Okay, Abba Michael, we are looking at Team Nigeria for the Paris Games, where we finished on the medals table. We actually finished last on the medals table. But what are the positives first before we look at our lapses?
I mean, the positives is the fact that we had a potential to win almost 5 medals. I mean, just imagine that Ophili just put up one more gear, we would have had a medal. Imagine that Enekwechi put up one more gear. He finished 5th or 6th in shot put, we would have gotten a medal. Imagine even the wrestler losing the bronze medal match. I mean, you could just look at it. Look at the 4x400 meters. We got that close. Second in the heat. Nigerians need to know that we finished the 4x4 in 2 minutes 59, which is almost the same time we used to win Sydney Olympic gold year 2000. I mean, we got this close. I can assure you that perhaps apart from US and Botswana, we would have had a chance to even get a bronze in the 4x4. We actually did very well. Unfortunately, Amusan couldn't get to the finals. If not, I believe she would have been able to get a medal because, I mean, Russell won the 100-meter hurdle with a 12.3, something that Amusan runs in her sleep. I mean, is that bad? I think I would attribute it to more of a misfortune. We got this close. We almost laid our hands on the medals. But the biggest positive to me was the basketball. I mean, our coach, Rena Wakama, against all odds, going against the best coaches in the world, she was able to stand out as the best coach. I mean, that to me is bigger than a medal. And then Ezine making the second All-Star team. I mean, you have top players in the world, and she was able to average 18 points. She did a lot of wonderful work defensively, averaging 2.5 steals. And of course, as a distributor, she even was able to amass 4 assists per game. She's even the same age with Coach Rena Wakama. People need to know that Ezine is the same age with Rena Wakama. I think she's been there since 2017. She's been part of the build-up, and Rena Wakama came within a year and see the phenomenal job she's been able to do. World number 12, I mean, dropping down to 8. This is bigger than a medal to me. And these are some of the few positives. 3 Nigerians in the long jump final. And let me even shock you. Even the gold medal that was won by a certain Woodhull in 7.10 meters is not even as good as Choma Ajuwa's Olympics in 1996, where she had the 7.12 leap. So they have so many positives, at least 3 Nigerians. We have a couple of Nigerians making it to the finals. Our guys ran a 10-0. I mean, even when we had the Ezinwa brothers, I mean, they were giving us more of a 10-1.
Yeah.
But this Bebo Ashe and, of course, Akain Sola gave us 10-0s, which is very, very good for us. Honestly, I must confess, it is not all doom and gloom. We should look at some light at the end of the tunnel. Our preparations were not too shabby, because we were inches away from winning medals. So I think we need to give our athletes a pat on the back. I saw Ophelia crying profusely after her event, which shows that she really wanted to win. And her semi-final time would have been good enough to even give her a bronze in the finals. But it is what it is.
Okay, it is what it is for the Paris 2024 Olympic Games. Michael, we actually look at the positives. Now, moving forward, Los Angeles is just the next Olympics in 2028. It's not far away from now. And we know the Americans will be hosting. You know when they are hosting. Now they are the champions of the Paris Games. What can we, because preparation has to start now.
I think we do very well on the American soil. I can't forget Atlanta 96, where we all denied ourselves sleep just to enjoy the beauty of the American culture. And here it is. Even last night, I watched the closing ceremony. I mean, I watched the trip from Paris to LA. And we saw Tom Cruise being the flag bearer for the United States, even though he's not a sportsman. At 62, we saw him doing some acrobatics. And then we saw them in LA. We saw Snoop Dogg. We say, yes, this is truly welcome back to America. I mean, I felt like I was in Hollywood for a moment. It was quite captivating. I mean, we cannot but look forward to it. I just pray that we can build from where we have stopped.
Yeah.
If Nigeria can maintain this momentum, I can guarantee you that all those near misses will be a different story. Our testimony will be different come early 2028. After all, most of our athletes are based in America. I mean, Amusan is in America. Even I think there's a Brumet is in America. Kain Sola is in America. The other guy, Godson Brume is in America. So, I mean, we are taking the Olympics to their hope. And they are still very young.
Yeah.
As long as we continue to develop them better, I will urge the government, please pay attention to these athletes.
Okay.
Tibogo is going home with 150,000 US dollars for winning that gold and silver for Botswana. And then even the girl, the Faith Kipyegon, that won gold for Kenya, and then Beatrice Chebet, that won 5,000 and 10,000 meters, is going home with about 20 million of their currency, which is equivalent to almost $180,000. I mean, look at the monies that have been given to these athletes for winning Olympic gold. And then we were putting 5,000, 2,000, 3,000. I mean, we should encourage, President Tinubu should hear this. Listen to what the lowest, I think, is one of those European teams, and it's $15,000 for a gold medal. These are the encouragement. Nothing motivates like money.
Okay.
We need to sink it into the ears.
Okay, all right. Nothing motivates like money. Definitely, they'll just have to get it right. All right, moving ahead. Though still talking Paris Olympic Games, like we look at this story and we'll flip to the other stories, where one athlete that got to the final also in long jump, Ruth Usoro, yes, he's talking after that event in long jump in Paris Games. She's saying, yes, Ruth Usoro is hopeful of bright future in long jump, despite not finishing in the top 5, but definitely I think she finished behind Esubrume. She was 6th, Esubrume was 5th, and Pristina Chunogo was 12th on the standings of the women's long jump. And for Ruth Usoro, definitely come Los Angeles, like you mentioned, if attention can be given to them, that means we are going to be getting a medal in long jump at the Los Angeles 2028.
Yes, I mean, for Ruth Usoro, her friend, Ochonogo, I mean, the brother is a friend of mine, Maximilian. He was telling me how his sister is in the Olympics. I say, yes, my younger brother is also there as a coach. I mean, we have a bright future. First of all, Ruth Usoro, I know her more of a triple jumper. I don't know why she opted for just long jump this time around, because I know she won the African Games, but I see her bigger strength more in the triple jumps. Perhaps she didn't get the qualification, I don't know, but the future is bright. I mean, if the government will pay attention to the little details, we just missed out on little details. Now, I observed something about the American coaches. If you look at the personal coaches of some of these countries, they are former athletes who have delivered, who have won glorious for their countries. They inject them into their mainstream of coaching and athlete preparation. Why can't we bring in, I mean, a certain Choma Ajunwa? I know she's aged, but she has a thing or two to advise these three ladies on what they can do to be in their best form when Los Angeles come calling. The last time Los Angeles had the Olympics was in 1984, 40 years ago. I wish we could bring in, I mean, technocrats, athletes who have been there, who have done very well. I mean, just 20 medals since 1950. I think that's too poor. We can do better. We're the giants of Africa, but we need to bring in more technocrats. Let's not just depend on a general coaching. You don't allow the athletes just train themselves. Give them the necessary incentives that they need to be in right shape. Get them medical, pay for their medicals, pay their burdens. Take away that financial burden off their shoulders, and we will have a better outing from these athletes next time.
Yes, we'll get a better outing from these athletes next time. Yes, Nigerian finished last on the medal table, but we can take some positives, and the positives, Coach Rena Wakama, Izina Carlo, Prestina, Ese Brume, all of them getting to finals of their variance event, and we can just take it up from there and get to when the Los Angeles Olympic comes calling in 2028. I bet you Nigeria will come back with a medal. That will just be one of the best ever Olympics we will be attending in 2020. All right, moving ahead this morning, let's go straight to cricket. Let's look at this particular story. It's a good one, good news also for Nigeria in the cricket event where our under-19 male team, the boys, got the World Cup promotion ticket after beating, that is the junior yellow greens, as they are called, Nigeria. They qualified to the Division 1 of the qualifiers for the 2026 ICC Cricket Under-19 World Cup. That event, the Division 1 qualifiers will be played in Zimbabwe and Namibia. But Nigeria defeated Rwanda by 7 wickets to take the third position. At least they qualify for the Division 1, where they will not play other countries to get to the ICC Under-19 World Cup qualifier. I think cricket is fast growing in Nigeria, and we can see what both the senior team and the junior teams are doing for Nigeria.
I think the first time we qualified was sometimes in 2019. Credit must be given to the Federation's president, Uyi Akpata. I mean, he has done a good job at the management level, the administrative level. I mean, we've seen him inject ideas and giving the athletes the needed encouragement that they need. And we must also give credit to Coach Daniel Jim. I mean, he's really tutoring this side to glory by like joke. I mean, look at it. We even heard they are going for camp in India. I mean, they are giving them some very wonderful preferential treatment. This is the kind of encouragement, I mean, we've been singing about. I mean, it should be extended to the athletes, the other athletes as well. I mean, if we pamper our athletes, I can assure you that by the next Olympics, we will do very well. But for cricket, I mean, we are really, really, really improving by the day. I love the fact that we are making efforts to qualify. The coach is doing a good job, and I think the team is being supported mentally, I mean, financially and otherwise. That's why we are in this right position. And since they're going to India, I believe they'll get the necessary exposure, I mean, to bring out the best in these athletes. I mean, we must salute the yellows, the junior yellow greens. This is truly, truly, and the true Nigerian spirit is what they are carrying.
Okay, good one from Uyi Akpata. I think if every federation can be like the Nigerian Cricket Federation, the Nigerian Volleyball Federation, the Nigerian Wrestling Federation, I just have to mention some of these federations that are actually doing well, then we will get it right. Yes, good one. These players will be going to India for a training tour. You know, when it comes to cricket, countries like India, Bangladesh, Pakistan, these are top countries in cricket, and they will be going to one of those countries to also see how it is in that country. And who says that these guys cannot go back to the World Cup? The first time was in 2019. We were beaten all through the game, but this time around, they will go back to the World Cup better and better. All right, moving ahead, let's come back to the continent. Still staying in the continent precisely. Let's switch gear to football now. This time I will talk women's football, where our own NWFL champions, that is Nigeria Women's Football League champions, Edo Queens, actually started the WAFU B CAF Women's Champions League qualifier on a good note. They demolished their Nigerian counterpart, that is Edo Queens, demolished AS Gade FC in opener. Gade FC is of Niger Republic, and they were beaten 5-0 in that opener just yesterday in Yamoussoukro. That was one of the stadium they used during the AFCON 2023. Michael, our guest, Edo Queens, wants to play in the Women's Champions League, but they have to qualify from the region. They started well on a good note, beating their Nigerian opponent 5-0.
Yes, I mean, when you talk about women's, not just football, basketball, generally our women, they are the ones that are covering our shame. I mean, in all ramifications, truly what a man can do, a woman can do better. I don't ever remember hearing that in a Champions League qualifiers whatsoever that a male team of Nigeria, I mean, has ever whitewashed any of their opponents. But when it comes to the women's game, I mean, all the accolades keep pouring, and this is just another feather, I mean, added to the bunch of laurels already accumulated. I would want to say big kudos. I mean, we shouldn't allow just the Edo Queens management to handle this burden. I mean, there's nothing wrong with even the Edo state government. Obaseki, we give you so much money from the COFAC. We heard the amount of money being allocated to states, especially in the south, Edo particularly. Why can't they inject so much into these ladies and ensure they're giving all the motivation they need so that they can even take it a step further? But this is a very big first step that is commendable. We give kudos, I mean, to the coach for a job well done, but we want to see them take it to the next level. Let them not just shut it down after this huge, gigantic step.
Okay, good one for Edo Queens, taking a very good step in the first game, and they will be playing against Saka's ladies in their next game on Wednesday, and that game will determine if they will qualify, if they will go to the next stage of the competition, that is qualifying for the Women's Champions League. All right, let's go straight to Europe and look at these results, some of the cup games over the weekend. We'll start from England, where it is the season opener, is a preparatory game for the incoming season. The Community Shield Cup, Manchester United became the first team to lost Community Shield Cup for a record 10 times, and while Manchester City, for a 10th time asking, they were able to get it through penalty shootout at the Wembley Stadium. Manchester City finally, they lifted the Community Shield Cup for, after asking for the 3rd time, they are asking for it. We know last season they lost Arsenal also via penalties, but this time around, Manchester United, the two Manchester club, the red side of it actually lost on penalty shootout to the Blue Boys.
Yes, I mean, the Hausa man will say that Manchester United is the Magani of Manchester City. And no doubt we saw a late goal in the 82nd minute. Somehow, the equalizer came just at the death before the end of the match. When Man City and Man U are playing, I mean, every other activity shuts down. They become the cynosure of all eyes. And they did just that, despite the Olympics closing ceremony looming. I mean, Man City were able to get it against all odds. Many bookmakers predicted that Man City will have a bad season. Even when you look at their preseason results, wasn't looking too promising. And most pundits were like, Man City, they are not sure they'll be able to continue from where they stopped. But here they are. I mean, when you are used to winning, when winning is your culture, when winning is your birthright and it's your blood, somehow you'll be able to feed off of your previous performances. And I think that was what gave Manchester City the edge. They have always been mentally strong, and that's why they are able to win the games that they are supposed to lose, they draw. The games they are supposed to draw, they win. I mean,
okay.
That's just the slight edge Man City has.
All right, moving ahead, let's look at this one. I will not allow you to react in 2 seconds. Just react because it's your team. Finally, Arsenal winning the Emirates Cup, beating Lyon 2-0 yesterday also to leave the Emirates Cup. Just 2 seconds to react to that.
Yeah, congratulations to Arsenal. We are the favorites for this season. Just get Kingsley Coman for us, and we will just lead the Premier League to the board.
Look at transfers quickly on the show before we go, because we're almost out of time. Let's also start with Arsenal, where they are looking to get Bayern Munich Kingsley Coman on loan. Yes, they are pushing to see if they can get this enterprising winger from Bayern Munich, who is also open of leaving the Bavarians this season. All right, the next one, we'll look at this country. They know how to spend money. Alali, keen on Brentford striker Ivan Toney. Ivan Toney has not yet taken any decision of his leaving Brentford, and if he's to stay back, he's just going to see out his contract and leave on a free transfer come next season. All right, the last one on the show this morning, Chelsea in talks with Atletico Madrid over a deal for forward João Felix. He actually came on loan to Chelsea and went back to Atletico Madrid, but Chelsea wants to bring him back now permanent. They just want to get him permanent to play for the blue side of London. All right, that is what we'll be leaving it on the program this morning. Michael, thanks for joining us on the show. It's a good one having you on 360 Sports, I beg your pardon, coming to your screen from Trust TV.
Yes, it's truly my pleasure. I had a great time.
All right, that is it on the program. I am Emmanuel Fashemi. Say thanks for watching.